We're in that.
Hey, I still, every time I hear that music, I still get on my neck and the back of my shoulders.
I know it's a bit weird.
It is a bit weird. It's one of those songs that just take you back. And I'm just reminding myself that both you and I were right markers, weren't we?
Always right markers, me and you, because we're big lanky buggers.
Exactly. Which is probably why Shavas was always smart as a dart and Martin Leake was a bag of shit, because I was the right marker. I was the right marker.
I didn't want to say that, but
my coordination is all right with a basketball in my hand, but not so good when I'm doing drill. But
we always march out. We used to have to march out first, didn't we? Remember on parades? And
that's
all that,
right.
Like the lonely marker.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, good. So it's. Hasn't it come round quick? Do you remember us saying this years ago, like 2 years ago? Oh, God, yeah. Oh, we've got 4 people watching. Let me just say something, if I may. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, you can actually, if you have any comments or anything, just type them into your YouTube comment box and hit enter, and they will appear on the right-hand side of my screen. And I can filter them, remove all the abusive ones. Paul Mannering. Ash, yeah, well done. Nice one. Oh, Paul. Hashtag me too. Paul, right, and Marco. He's bigger than all of us put together.
Yeah, I know. Some great photos there, Paul, that you shared. Real good memories there. Great memories. I love the conversation between you and Dave Staley as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the same basketball kit. The same basketball kit, Paul, that you had in the 70s that we had in the 80s.
I was watching those, Daz. There were some really good ones, weren't there? Some brilliant ones. We'll have to dig some old ones out of me and you. Remember there's one of the basketball. So I've got it somewhere. I'm going to dig it out.
That's right. Yep.
You and Brucey Duncan and all that on there as well.
That's right. Brucey's birthday as well. Just after the dinner weekend. Yeah. Okay, so what have we got to tell everybody and Dick today? What's the main thing's the seating plan, isn't it? What?
Yeah. So the running order. We'll kick off with the seating plan. Hats off to you, Daz. You've done a great job there, mate. Thanks, because I know that you did that, and that's not an easy task, and it's what everybody's waiting for. And you know, you've done that lion's share of that. We'll get it on the website shortly, and then we invite people to go and have a look. But I'll let you talk about that in a second. I'll quickly show it. So we'll talk about the seating plan. I think then, very importantly, Daz, we need to mention security based on the incident that occurred last time. Maybe a brief chat about the entertainment and the running order of the evening. But again, we can keep it really, really brief because it's all on the website.
It's all on the website.
If people want to know anything, they can get on the website and download it. So there's no major issues there. So shall I bring the seating plan up, Daz? You want to kickstart because you've done that. So let's.
I mean, we'll post it on the Facebook group and on the website as well. And the first thing to say, everybody, is let's not get too excited about the seating plan. I know that's a stupid thing to say because it's what we all get excited about. But as we've said before, Dick and I, we'll be sat down for about 90 minutes, 2 hours max, and. Yeah, we've put, for those of you, we've put tables are pretty close together. There's some tables that are full with 10 on. There's some tables with 7 or 8 on. So if you've got one of your mates on a 7 or 8, go and sit with them and have one of the courses with them or whatever. So, yeah, we've got a whole weekend together. That's the beauty of this weekend. It's not just about the dinner night on a Saturday. Dick and I did play around with AI to try and do the seating plan with varying degrees of success. Suffice to say, it didn't work. It really didn't work. I tried Claude, I think Dick and ChatGPT, but no, it was good old sitting down on a Sunday morning, really getting down to the weeds and trying to work out who wants to sit with who. Again, just like previous years, there's 3 or 4 of you, probably 5 or 6 of you actually, that could have had a table of 20 or 30. It really was. People, I want to sit with him. I really want to. There's 3 or 4 of you that need a table of 30 or 40. So that algorithm was quite difficult to mix up a bit. So, well, we're going to publish it in the next hour or so. You've probably seen snippets of it now as well. Look, if there's really something that you're not happy with, hey, look, can I just switch to that table? Please send me. Don't publish it in the main area. Send me a direct message on Facebook or an email, Darren@behavioralsafetyservices.com, or Dick's email, the RMC Reunited email that's on the website. Dick and I will pick it up, and as far as possible, we'll try and accommodate you. But please bear it with us. We have the full picture. I want to sit with him. I don't want to sit with them, whatever it might be. So we've got the full picture. So it's a bit like a football team. When our football team play, Dick, on a weekend, and you get all the fans in the stadium saying, "What the heck has she picked him for? Why is he still in the team?" Well, what I always say is, I'd like to think the coach knows something about the dynamics of that group, or the dynamics of what's happened that week, or whatever, that's governed that selection. So I'm not going to say we know best. What I will say is we have taken into consideration the full picture. Okay, Daz, stop waffling about the seating plan.
No, but
it is what it is.
It's a good point to make, though, Daz, because it's no easy feat getting just under 200 people happy, because there's always going to be those conflicts, and they're unavoidable. And the only constant was everyone didn't want to sit with me, so I've got a little table all by myself. Playing with my basketball. There you go. Happens every year. I'm used to it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
So that's the seating plan. I'll upload that. That'll be live on the website.
And dare I say it, Dick? Okay, I'm going to say this quietly because we've got 182 now. At some point, a week or two ago, we had as many as 226, I think.
Yeah,
230 maybe.
People, yeah.
But for various reasons, travel. Some people are trying to get back from Australia. Some still are, but Dubai as well. With what's going on in the world, some people can't make it back. Obviously, health reasons as well. Some people work commitments with things changing. Some being prepared for deployment actually as well. Let's be real about that. So now we're down to 182. So I'm going to say this quietly, okay? Even though the seating plan is fixed, and we've worked hard on that, but we'll still need to make changes in this final few days. And if there's a few of you still out there that, are there still seats available? Of course, the answer is yes, there are. If you want to come and join us with you and your partner and a few mates, we'll find space for you. Okay, so again, either send me or Dick a DM or an email or on the Facebook group itself. Make sure we get it. You get an acknowledgement back from us, and it's a big yes. We've got some spare seats there.
We'll get people in. Let me bring something in, Daz. I want to just. Okay. I don't want to bring Michael Jackson in there, really.
Or the Mozart effect. What's all that about, Dick?
That's where that thing was just playing. The YouTube.
Oh right, okay.
So let me bring in the website just so people know that you can go onto the website, and we can basically still fill in. It's still open, so people can add themselves to the wait list if they wish it. I'll get alerted automatically, and then I'll quickly reach out to those people, and we'll get them booked in. So we urge everyone initially to go to the website ramcreunited.uk, because everything's there. We've used everything that we've ever done. Is on there. The seating plan will be uploaded very, very shortly. There's the itinerary for the weekend that's uploaded. All the information about the Arboretum trip, everything's on the website. So, if you need anything, RAMCreunited.uk, that's the place to go. What I'm going to do, Daz, before we carry on, I'm going to start pushing a bit of information along the bottom of the screen now, and that'll just keep going, just so in case people want to make any notes or whatever.
Yeah, we've got the itinerary there. The key change this year, for good reason again, because we've got the Arboretum trip on a Saturday, and we want to give people plenty of time to get there, get back, have a bit of a rest before the Saturday night. So that needs a bit of an early start on a Saturday. So we've switched the AGM to Sunday morning. Sunday morning, I think we said 10 till 11, didn't we?
10 till 11, and it's in the Blenheim.
Good chance to have a breakfast. Yeah. And then join the AGM, where we'll present the accounts as to what expenditure we've made, how much money we've got, which is really super exciting. That'll take us into the next decade or two. What we haven't discussed yet, Dick, of course, because it's open to, it's not our decision, it's the members' decision. It's the date of 2028. Well, I'm even scared to mention that 2028 and where the location's going to be as well. So we also thought having the AGM on the Sunday morning be much more realistic for us to get genuine feedback from you. What do you like? What do you want to keep? What do you improve? Anything you want to stop? Anything you want to start there to improve it for 2028. Decide the date for 2028. Keep it away from school holidays and Easter, etc. And also the venue. Let's see if we're going to stay where we've been for the last couple of years, or move somewhere else. So
can I just mention something? So I've had a couple of, I won't name the individuals, but I appreciate them reaching out and getting in touch. So I've had a couple of people who weren't at the previous dinner. Would I won't say worried was the word, but were like, God, that hotel's got some awful reviews across whatever. And I just want to reassure people. We were there recently. They looked after us like kings and queens in 2024. We've got the same team this year. So Daz and I were down there recently for our final planning meeting. The rooms are okay. It's had a massive load of money spent on it, hasn't it, over the last couple of years. And it's all right. At the end of the day, people are going to be in a bed for about 5 hours. So I can confirm there are beds in the rooms, showers, and no rodents. So ding dong, everyone's happy. It's all right. It's good.
And what we always say, Dick, you and I, it doesn't matter where you are, really. It's the people, and the people who are around, not just those attending the dinner, but a big reason for me staying at Coventry was the people there, the staff there. They know us, they love us, they're military orientated. They run a lot of military reunion dinners, so that's one of the.
And they've even put an RAMC plaque up on the wall now. In the plaque,
that's right.
We'll have the core flag flying. I've got the core flag under my table, Daz. We'll have the flag back up again. Hopefully, that guy won't fall off the roof this time because it didn't end well.
Do a working on height assessment.
So we're all good to go. Do you want to mention the entertainment, Daz, briefly?
Yeah, we've got a proper band this time. We thought carefully. We're not what we've had previous years. That went down well, but we thought we'd try a good 5 or 6 piece band with at least one guitar, maybe 2 guitars. Playing a whole mix of from the 70s right up to the present day. That's for the Saturday night. We've got a few surprises for the Friday night. As well, and throughout the whole weekend as well. But the main event on the Saturday night, where we're going to, again, there's some surprise on the Saturday night as well, something traditional that we've kind of always done. But the main thing is we've got 2 sets from a proper live band. That's the main thing for the Saturday night. Dick, I'm a worrier. We do talk about security, and we have talked about that before. The car park is a car park. It does have CCTV. However, there are forces around there. Dick, it's one of Dick's businesses. Perhaps you should talk about this, Dick. But there was a camper van, Nick, owned by a lovely couple that we all know and love, and they were absolutely gutted. I remember seeing John and Angie's face when they realised it had gone and properly gone, and it nearly ruined their weekend. So that is still a risk. We're trying to do as much as we can. It's not patrol, Dick, is it? But it's just CCTV.
No, it's not patrol. It's got CCTV, but like any of these events, so they're organised criminal gangs. You quite rightly point out that's part of my life is dealing with crime and organised criminal gangs and trying to prevent it as part of my rural security program that I run. But when large groups they'll know we're coming, they'll have been watching on Facebook, that they monitor social media, they'll know there's a big event going on, and they will be tracking every vehicle that comes in. When they see something they fancy, typically like last time, large value items, those vans that get stolen, because they know they're normally full of goods, and they're not just a vehicle, they're like little houses, and they'll have tellies and DVDs and all that. So they particularly look for those. Anything that looks like a work van, they're particularly interested in that, whether or not it's got tools in it. So it's worth considering. If you don't leave anything on show. I know it's common sense, but don't leave anything on show. Make sure your vehicle's secure. Putting stuff in the boot ain't such a good idea, because they will just go in through the back and get that as well. So have any valuables in your room, And why not consider one of those £6 locks? Because they see it and it's a visual, and they don't try and nick your vehicle. So yeah, I think it'll say. I mean, everyone's adults; they know the score, but it's because it did happen last time, Daz, and it was quite, as you say, traumatic for those involved. It puts a tar on the weekend a little bit.
And just an extra one. There's not an awful lot we can do about it, and all of us attending on the. There's another security issue that I'm worried about as well, but we don't want to be playing short watch. We've all done enough of that over the years, but with the current global situation, and I have to say, maybe it's just me just worrying about nothing. As I tend to do sometimes, but I don't know if you've noticed it. We've had a few people try to join the group in the last couple of weeks who quite clearly were not ex-RAMC, quite clearly were not the British Army, and quite clearly were from a part of the world who might want to cause a bit of harm. That they actually tried to join our group, and obviously we've got the dates and everything. And so yeah, we do talk to the hotel about it. They have got security staff to keep a lookout, but in that area of the world down in Coventry, it's almost impossible. But just stay vigilant, and just report anything to the staff if there's anything untoward there.
Yeah, good call. I think what we need to also mention the fact that we have engaged a videographer who's going to memorialize the whole event, the main Saturday event. So you'll see her name's Laura. She's a great girl. She's going to do a great job. But so you'll see someone walking around with cameras and If you don't want to be on it, you need to let us know in advance. Because the chances are, I mean, everyone's going to be taking photos and videos anyway on their own devices. But if you specifically don't, then the video will end up on social media, probably on YouTube and Facebook and So if you have any strong objections, that's fine, but you will need to let Daz and I know, so that we can maybe paint your face yellow or something.
And the idea of that is purely for publicity, to get people in future events to open it out, to give the RAMC Association. We've got strong links with them now to try and increase the membership of the RAMC Association. That's super important to all of us. So that's the idea of getting a videographer, not only to get the memories in the bank for us all to look back on over the years.
Yeah, but you're right. Keep it promoted and it can bring in more and more, because we're really chuffed, aren't we, at the mix of people, which is wonderful. We couldn't have asked for anything better than the mix that we've got. And obviously, we want to continue that and make sure we get as a wide an audience and attendance as possible. My list is done, Daz. I've got nothing else on my list.
Yeah, just if you want to still come, if you're watching this and you think, okay, I've got a free weekend or even just a free Saturday night, then the message.
You can just come to the dinner. You can just come to the dinner, spend 35 quid, have a great old gin wagon, and go home after.
And
if you wish to.
If there's anything, if you do want an odd tweak of the seating plan, then again, send us a direct message. Where we can, we'll accommodate people. So yeah, that's it.
And before we go, Daz, I need to tell you Paul Manor and his other message. So there was the first one where we were talking about being right markers, and he's put #MeToo. He's also better with the ball.
Oh, Paul, I could. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, put a basketball in Paul's hand. He's happiest, I think. But glad it's not just me, Paul. Thank you for that.
We'll have one set up, Daz, on Saturday.
3-on-3. Chivas versus Martin League.
Why not? See how my knees are feeling that week. Right, mate. I think we're done. So I think, Daz, thanks for your time. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for Paul for interacting. This is now going to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Immediately that we close this stream, get across to RAMC Reunited.uk. I will have uploaded the seating plan. Have a look. Any comments, any requests, don't fill the Facebook feed. Direct message to Daz and or me. But Daz has predominantly put that together. And then we'll do our damnedest to make sure everyone can sit where they need to be sat.
Yeah. Anything else, there's always one more thing, Dick. There's always one more thing. Just again, huge thanks to all of you for your continued trust and support and encouragement from all of you as well. It's not lost on us, Dick and I. We do know the people that set this up, Mick and Mac and Nobby and then Jeff Pearson and Ray Gregson, who continued it on through really tough times over COVID. So it's not lost us. We're very privileged to run this event. So thank you again for your continued trust and support. We do enjoy it. We love it. One of the best things about it is Dick and I talk. Well, we talk nearly 2 or 3 times a week, Dick, don't we? Usually like about this, sometimes about something completely.
It feels like more, Daz.
So it's all about keeping in touch.
Are we good?
Yep. Thank you, everybody, and see you on Friday.